guys, how are you doing? It's been like forever. It felt like it. It feels like it. I've not seen you guys for like the last 1 million years. It feels like it. It's not really, but yeah. It's just something you get used to. Hey, enough with the drama. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. I am doing great. Smoothing with my smoothie. This is banana avocado peanut smoothie. I mean, you never go wrong with those three. Okay, so because I'm gonna do a lot of exciting, talking. So I'm gonna get started. If you have read my title direct, and this is the reason why you clicked on this video, you gonna be shocked. I don't know if that's what you're looking for in this video. Excitement, that's for sure. And I hope I will leave your mouth that yes, because until today, my mouth is still yes. So why do I say I got set up? I couldn't find the right title for this video because it's a long one and I have to remember when it really happened. First of all, I will start by saying I was young, naive, and still growing up and stupid. That time when you make stupid decisions, not really wise decisions. So I'm just gonna get started now. Back when I was young, never really, back when I was in primary school, here in Germany, they don't have primary school, but I had gone into one school like from class 1 until class 7, and then I transferred because that school was not really good. The teachers used to beat us up like cows or something like that, so I had to transfer and went to the other school. Now when I transferred, I realized how smart I was really good. I was a good athlete. I could play, I could participate in a lot of sports. I could do football, handball, volleyball. I was almost good in everything. So I knew I was flexible. Now, it came this time after I was there at this school for 1.5 years. There was this lady. We were really friends with her daughter, like really best friends. We could sleep at each other's home. She could have a sleepover at mine and the other way around. They were like not even family, like I cannot really close. And if something was wrong, I could call her like the way I could do to my mother. That's how much you trusted her. Unfortunately, we did not really know what was going on until it was real late. Now, this is what happened. This lady was jealous of me because I was good than her daughter. So, because we were the same school but different classes and we had the same teachers. Now, here's the interesting part. She was friends with my class teacher and our head deputy at school. Now, my mother was not. So she was so close to the teacher, to the head teacher than we, okay? They were damn close, like you cannot even imagine. And so at this period of time, I was naive, as I told you. I didn't even look around me. I did not even care what was happening around me. I was just living my life. I was having a lot of fun. I was like just a child, like a baby. And today I look at that, I look behind and I say, oh my God, that was a time that I cannot even explain how much. And so when all of this was happening, I couldn't realize how much, negative effects, were done to me, or how much what she was doing affected my life. Now, what she used to do was to give or to feed our head, I would call him my class teacher, may his soul rest in peace. She used to feed my class teacher with false information. She used to tell him, I am bad. I only pretend to be a good child at school. And I started performing real good with my examinations. So she came and told him that I was stealing. I used to go and just buy some copies for just to copy the examinations. That's why I am performing so well. Now, what they used to do, they could always look at me and call me in the office every now and then. And I think God just turned my brain to be stupid and not have that hard feelings, because at this moment, if they do it now, I would just kick the hell out of somebody. Okay? I will hit the road and go. Now, that's how what she used to do. But she was so naive, and she was just, I don't even know, pretender, that we couldn't see it. She could come home, look for information, and just turn it around and go feed this to my class teacher, which was really bad because it affected my school. Because the teacher could go around telling the other teacher that whatever he was told, but he did not know it was a lie until it was too late. Now, we were so close until this time. It was one day that we had to go, sports, like when you're in primary school, you go and, I don't know, participate in different kinds of sports. You go outside your normal zone, you go meet other schools, football, you participate and do all of those things. So you compete, the competitions. That's correct. That's the name I was looking for. So I was an athlete. And so I marked my place. So this gave me also an easy time. A lot of teachers liked me, and I was also a good student. So also this did not stop her from wanting to bring me down. And I did not know her daughter, my best friend, was also jealous of me. Now, while we were there, I met this boy. Also, may his soul rest in peace. I wouldn't mention the names, but when I met him, growing up, being in class 8, I don't know, I was almost turning 18 or something like that, if I'm not wrong. No, I was not 18. I think I don't even remember, but I met him and we had a really nice relationship. Your first date, your first boyfriend. And so we really, really clicked. We had crazy fun, not really what you're thinking. And we were really close. Now, during this time, I was still performing good, but he was not. He used to miss school. He was naughty. He was indisciplined, in simple, but he was really, really, really nice. Deep down, he died. And so I had to tell him or to talk to him often, hey dude, what you doing? This is your life and blah, 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 blah. But I was like talking to a goat. He's just don't listen to me. But still, we hold our relationship really, really good. Now, this was the time. This is the icing on the cake, guys. This is really what happened. When this day arrived that we had to go out for these competitions, we went out and of course everything happened. We went competing, I performed, we won, and everything others lost. And so we had this, it was really far away from our school, so it took like forever for us to get there. We were using a bus and the roads were really not good, so going there and coming back was like the whole day. And we finished late at night and we had to come back. Everybody had to be dropped at their homes direct, which was really, really the weird part. Now, when we were on all of this, and that time we didn't have phones that I could call my mother and tell her, yo, I will be late, so blah, 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 blah. No, we were just hoping to arrive when we arrived. And then there we were. We dropped everybody and we were dropped at a certain corner where we were, I think, 4 or 5 of us, and we said, okay, we will bring each one of us home until the last one, where it was so weird. And so and it was raining, guys, a little bit, and then We were together with him. We dropped everybody's else homes and we were left together with my boyfriend. So we were outside. It was, I think, at 8. No, it was 6. No, 7:30. It was almost 8. And we were just talking and laughing. He was damn funny. And he had these weird stories, so I could listen to all day. And so we were talking and talking and talking, but I knew I would definitely get home. And so, and I did not know when I would see him then, love, 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 love. And then he told me, okay, now we have to really go. But every time we could say that, but we couldn't do it. He could continue talking. I'd do the same. You know how that is, crush and everything. So I went forward by just saying, okay, now it's time for me to go. It's really time for me to go. But that did not happen. Guys, what happens next will shock you. At this time, we were on the road. We were now almost at our gate. Actually, I could see my gate there. It's just 5 steps and I will be there. So he was telling me, okay, bye. And where he was going back home, you guys, it was far, far away. But he made sure I was at home. It was stupid and idiotic. So remember my best friend, what I told you about, the one I'm telling you about? She had arrived home earlier than me because her home is near our school, so to say, and I had to go forward. And so when she arrived, she met, of course, the mother, our friends. And so they had to communicate with my mother, and she was calling my mother. I don't know what was happening, but I think whatever happened during the sport time, she was jealous because I won and I think she didn't, whatever she was participating in. And so that triggered her real jealousy feeling. And so she went home and narrated the story to her mother, and the mother was not foolish, of course, jealous. Why would I be so good than her nice daughter? She wanted everything that I had, but I did not know that at that time. I came to realize that later. Back to us near my gate. So we were standing there and he was like, okay, now bye. And then immediately when we were saying, okay, bye, see you tomorrow, I hear screaming. And when I say screaming, listen, we were living near hills, so the echo was outrageous. I hear screaming and my heart skipped a bit because I thought, oh my God, this is the end of my life. We are dead. There are people killing people. The end, Jesus is coming. There are people shooting around and there's someone who have been killed, and Lord have mercy. It's nighttime. I'm standing outside with a boy. So all of these things in my mind crossed. But one thing did not cross in my mind was this was my mother screaming. And when I say screaming, those people who have lived in villages, when something happens in somebody's home, they're like, that's how we scream. If something, if someone is dead, someone have killed themselves, someone is just not good. Instead of sirens, that's how we screamed. And when you hear that, there are different of screaming. That's screaming for, oh my God, excitement or something unbelievable or something. But at night, almost now 8:15, you hear someone screaming, you don't just look away. So I hear that screaming, and because I was near my gate, I knew my mother was screaming. And forget about the thoughts I had before. At this time, I thought either my brother was dead because Kennedy, by then, my youngest brother, was really still, breastfeeding, and everything. I thought someone have gone home and they are stealing, they are shooting or something. Little did I know, I was set the fuck up. This woman have called my mother. Guys, just hold on. She had called my mother and she had told her that I was found dead. Hold on. That I was found dead somewhere in a sisal farm. We had sisal farm near my school or something. Near sisal farm, and now there are police there, and my mother had to call someone. My mother had to just do something. That's what she told my mother. She told my mother, is Cecilia at home? This is where she got my mother. She asked my mother, hello, oh, my child have arrived and I hope Cecilia is at home. She was asking, she knew my mother well, so she knew where to tune her to get the information that she wanted to use against me. So she asked my mother, hi, oh, Cecilia arrived safe, I hope. My daughter arrived good. I hope everything is good. My mother was like, no, Cecilia have not arrived. No. That's when she told my mother exactly what I just said, that I was dead. I was found dead in a sisal farm. And that's why my mother was screaming her lungs out, because she did not know what to do. And in our village, that was a sign of help. I am going crazy. I don't know what to do. Something just happened to my daughter. Someone is stealing. That was the signal of help late at night. During the day, you could, okay, just go to your neighbor and ask them, yo, this happened. What should I do? But at that time, that was the best decision my mother had made in her mind. And that was exactly what this woman wanted. She blew a whistle on me. I don't know why. And I think she knew my mother would react like that. And I don't know why, but simple, it was jealousy. And she was just, that was evil. I don't know if she's still the same, but I don't know. I hope not. And so for me, at that moment, how I reacted was simple. Boy, go home. I ran. I don't remember running. I remember flying. My mother was screaming. Almost, let's say, I was really shocked on how much she could scream, holding her breath without stopping. It was so long. I had the time to run from the road until the gate in the house and find her standing, carrying Kennedy on her back, while screaming. So I asked her, Mom, before I even did that, she stopped and looked at me and said, what the? She didn't believe it was me at first because she knows I'm dead, okay? So she looked at me and asked me, what? Wait, am I dreaming? I asked her the same, Mom, what are you doing? Am I dreaming? Why are you screaming? Are there thieves here? Who died? What's happening? Is father okay? And she was like, I was told that you are dead. And I was like, I'm standing right here. I'm alive. So before we even had the chance to get into the conversation of how I'm not dead, there were neighbors already there. And this screaming is not a joke, you guys. You don't want to scream like that and just tell people, oh, it's just a joke, everything is fine. No. You had to tell them the damn story of why you had screamed so much and woke everybody out, or whatever they were doing, they stopped doing it for you. So my mother had to tell them everything that happened. I was told Cecilia was dead. And of course, I looked really bad. I looked like that woman who goes out and comes late at night or whatever. And I was still going to school. All those questions, my name was destroyed. Now, when I went back home, all the neighbors left. It was a long night because everybody was asking questions. What happened? Cecilia, are you okay? And of course, they had to ask me why I stayed out so long. I mean, girl. I didn't even know what to say. I was still a child, growing up, learning how to live and survive. Now, this happened. Tomorrow, no, actually, that was on Friday. We used to do our sports on Friday. Now, on Monday, I had to go to school. Now, learn this. Gossip spreads really, really fast like wildfire in the villages because there are not a lot of people. Before that time, before Monday, guys, my teacher, the one who hated me, my friends, whoever, my colleagues, the whole damn school, the whole town, the whole whatever knew what happened. Cecilia was outside. That's the story they got. Cecilia was staying outside until in the night, and her mother was screaming, and she was with a man outside and everything. That's exactly what this woman wanted. My name to be destroyed and her child to be the queen. Unfortunately, God works in mysterious ways, okay? Now, all this happened. I had no doubt that I would have a hard time at school because when I went back, I could see everyone looking at me in a way. They have questions. They want me to tell them what the hell happened. The teachers was the same. Others could call me outside the class asking me, says, what was happening? Who was this? What was blah, blah, blah. And I could only say like a poem. I was outside from sport and blah 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 blah, and my mother screamed, I don't know what happened and everything else, you know. Back then I could not explain it as better as I can now, so that was really bad. And the time went, but the time flew really fast, and at that time I was still learning how to fit in because once in my life I felt like an outsider because everyone could look at me and I could see they have a lot of questions, and this lady still pretending to be my friend. I did not really realize back then until people started telling me, says, this girl have been doing this girl have been saying this about you, she have been this and this and this and this. So I still was naive and I thought, well, this is life. And then the weird part happened. Remember what I told you? This woman was dating my class teacher, who was the deputy of my school. They started having real issues. Now, when I was still at school, my mother could call at school, ask, yo, is everything okay? You know, the normal parenting. And so my mother did that. After all this scandal happened, after 1 week, 2 weeks, she called at school. And now, this was also weird. My mother had put her money in my school bag. You know those bags that have a lot of pockets? My mother had put her money inside there because it was safe and she knew she don't forget it. Now, she forgot to take it out, and I think I took my bag, of course, my school bag, and I have to take it with me, with my books. And so I took it to school with me until my mother called the deputy, of course, my class teacher, and she was like, hello, is Cecilia there? Yes. And my mother told the class teacher, I had put my money in her school bag. Unfortunately, I forgot to take the money, and I'm afraid she can leave the bag in class and somebody can take the money without her knowledge. She definitely don't know that the money is in the bag. I did not know that. I didn't. Now, the class teacher got the information wrong. He thought that I stole my mother's money, and it was so hard, you guys. So after all those seasons of, I don't even know what to call them, I had to mark my territory then. I had to stand out. Now, I had already stood out. I was good in at school. I was a good performer. I was performing good. I was good with people. People liked me. And so I couldn't find a way, I couldn't even find a way to convince people. That was my way in. Glory! Later, I realized, wow, life is full of fucked up things. And here I am, all grown, strong, and don't give a damn about nobody shit. I'ma kick you a damn ass. So guys, that was all from me. Today was story time. I don't know what will be my next video, but I hope it's gonna be more interesting like all the other videos I make. I hope. So I'm gonna go today. I decided to be all flashy and all sexy, to wear my hairs. I have not done this in a while. I was afraid that I've forgotten how to do it. So yeah, I loved it. And I said, girl, you gotta slay today. Yes, and I got all the time in the world. So guys, again, thank you so much for people who watch my videos, who subscribe, who tell me, comment or something like that. Says this have inspired me. I love your videos and everything else. That means the world to me. I cannot put it in words. I cannot. I can just express toward just to you the way I'm doing now, because it's really, really amazing, you guys. I can only do this looking back and finding some some nice text and comments from people who watch me and say, I just love what you do. That's all I need. So I'm gonna go now. Again, don't forget to like, just click on the subscribe bell, tell me what you think, and you can share with me your experience, what you had experienced in your life and everything else. I wanted to do a story also where I got robbed. Would you like to hear that? Tell me in my comments below. This one is also, guys, I have no idea if we all have had these experiences. How I got robbed in Mombasa, Mtwapa. Now, you can comment below. Tell me if you want to hear that story, or you can tell me, okay, how I got robbed, or how I was dating a guy who threatened to kill me. He almost did, you guys. Those two. Tell me which one you would like to hear, and I will definitely do those stories here, okay? I will try to collect some photos. I don't know if I have them and put together, so I can just bring back those sweet, sweet memories. So I'm gonna go now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and do whatever people do in YouTube videos or something like that. And I'm gonna see you soon. Stay safe. Mwah.